focus. All right.
Welcome to the Monday Motivation with Eric and Friends podcast with your host, Eric F. King, featuring world-class speakers, coaches, and consultants. Join us every Monday as we dive into empowering conversations that motivate, inspire, and educate entrepreneurs. Kickstart your week with valuable insights that help you not just survive, but thrive. This is your go-to podcast to start your week strong and live your best life. Let's make Mondays the fuel for your success journey.
All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome back to Motivational Monday. All right, so today we are so excited for this call. My name is Eric F. King, by the way, and I'm joined by the great Leah Garcia, Eni Osong, and Zion Anagru from all over the world today. And we are so excited today because we have a topic that everybody can use. Like everybody can use this information. I don't care what you do in your life. It doesn't matter what your profession is, what your business is. Everybody can learn from today. So I want everybody not just to listen, but also to share, right? Share this with at least 3 people. Let them gain the information that you're beginning. And also put in the chat, your name, where you're zooming in from today. Let us know that you're excited to hear what we have to say because we are excited to share it, okay? So today we are going to be talking about the power of focus. The power of focus. I read a book with that name, The Power of Focus, with Jack Canfield, and it was a life-changing book. It was life-changing. So I figured, we want to share this life-changing information with you, right? In life, we have so many things that we have to deal with, right? Aside from the business, you have relationships, you have children, you have jobs, right? All kinds of things we have to do. And a lot of times the biggest problem we face is not knowing what to do first, right? Not knowing what to do now, right? Prioritizing. So it all comes down to focus, right? Focusing on something until you gain a result from that thing. And sometimes the focus, you have to do it for years, right? Sometimes months, it really depends. But we're going to dive into it today. And we're going to share our knowledge with you and then answer your questions. All right. So first of all, I want to introduce my speaker all the way from California, where it is 4:03 in the morning. Yeah, she worked out very early for this. And, we learned so much from her. She's a financial strategist, and we learned so much from her in terms of making money, investing money, all things money. You definitely want to connect with her and get her ebook. And today she's going to be, sharing information about our topic, right? Or another thing about her that you may not know, if you come here, usually you do. She's a 3rd-degree black belt. And, that is a huge feat. Talk about focus, right? My son is in martial arts, and you got to focus just to go from white belt to yellow or to orange or to green or to brown, right? She focused all the way to black. And you're getting beat up too. Like, it doesn't matter how good you are getting beat up a little bit. And she focused on that. And then the 3rd level. So she is one of the most disciplined people I know, someone that's going to teach you a lot today. Without further ado, I give the call to Leah Garcia. The floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Eric F. King of Collaboration. And absolutely, Coral, it is 4:03, 4:04 in the morning. My name is Leah Garcia, financial strategist and insurance professional, and it's really my crusade to help you properly protect, distribute, and transfer your wealth so you can build that legacy and create a family dynasty. I love this conversation, the power of focus. It's, focus is going to help us to increase our finances. And I talk about the 7 F's: faith, family, finance, fitness, and fun. And for me, and it's also philanthropic because I believe that givers gain, and food, because I'm a foodie, and having food, good quality food these days is costly if you haven't noticed. And I truly believe that that is true wealth, having success in all of those areas. Now think about this. If you want to be the best person for your family, you got to have focus, right? And if you want to be the best person for your family, they say have the goal to become a millionaire, not for the money, but for the person that you have to become. And how can you be your best self if you're still broke and you're so distracted? Because when you have more, you can handle more. Most distracted people are broke, and most broke people are distracted. So we're going to talk about money doesn't buy happiness. I know that. They tell me, Leah, all you do is talk about money. I'm like, I know. Isn't it awesome? Isn't it amazing? Isn't it awesome? Money doesn't buy happiness. It's true, but broke doesn't buy anything. I'm going to give you 3 golden nuggets on how to be more focused. The first one is focus isn't discipline. It's unusual clarity. When you are crystal clear about what you want, all those other things will become unimportant. People think focus is about grit and hustle, and it's part of it, but it's deciding what matters most. It's deciding what matters is the most important thing to you until the other things become irrelevant. Clarity cuts deeper than caffeine. Right? You don't need more energy. We need more discipline. Number 2, set up your day the night before. This is something I have learned years ago, and a lot of people fight me on it, but I want you to give yourself an opportunity to expand your mind and just think about this for a moment. When you set up your day the night before, it allows your subconscious mind, and Jim Quick calls it our super mind, to go to work for you. And it will start to help you on how to become more focused. It'll help you to start to see the things that are outside and that are distractions. And it will start to help you to fine tune what you need to be more aware of. And you will be more aware of those opportunities when they come knocking on your door. Number 3, money loves speed. Wealth takes time, but money loves speed. And we can't make those quick decisions when we are distracted by everything. We can't make those quick decisions when we don't know what our core values are, when we don't know what's important to us. Because if everything is important, then nothing is important. The only way for us to be out of those distractions and to make that financial clarity is for us to know what our core values are. That's why I talk about the 7 F's. And Dr. Benjamin Hardy, PhD, says 10x is easier than 2x. It is easier for us to go from 0 to hero and change our last name forever than it is to just make a little bit more extra money. I just want a little bit extra more money, Leah. I'm like, what are you doing? Listen, we've already had financial poverty. We've already done that. We have to break those curses and have generational prosperity. And so, listen, success is found in your focus. How focused can you be? Who's that person that you can become? Who is that person that is waiting to come out of you? It's just behind that focus. Listen, it's not hocus pocus, it's focus. Distractions don't build dynasties. And with that, I'm excited to hear from the rest of my esteemed colleagues, and I hand it back to you, Mr. Eric.
Awesome. That was powerful way to launch our call today. Appreciate you. All right, so we're going to keep going, and we're going to go all the way from California. We're going all the way to North Africa in Nigeria to hear from our next speaker. Oh my goodness. This gentleman is making waves. He's making waves. He's helping people all over the world with what he does. And what he does actually is, life-changing, right? I've hired him a few times, and I know other people that have. And he talks about positivity, but he talks about it in a way that you probably never heard before, right? So I'm not going to steal his thunder. I want you to hear from him. The ladies say he has a sexy voice, so you be the judge of that. Zion Anogru, the floor is yours.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Eric. It's such a privilege to be here. And I'm always elevated when you do the introduction and shout out. It's always amazing just to hear you say that. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. And a big shout out to Queen Leah, the financial expert. Thank you so much for all you do for the nuggets, the wisdom you've dropped, and to our godfather himself, Annie. We appreciate you so much. And to all the superstars at home who are joining us and listening to us on a Monday morning like this, we truly appreciate you. Now, talking about focus. Now, when I saw the topic, I was like, this is something very interesting, because I tell you, each and every one of us, we need focus in our life. We need focus. We need to stay focused. And I love the fact that Queen Leah spoke about clarity at the beginning, because without clarity, you cannot focus. What you want, you have to be clear about what you want to get. Take, for example, you lost a pin in the dark. You might not have the light, but as your hands are moving, searching for the pin, what you are focusing on is the pin, not something else. It helps you put your mind to focus on what you've lost. And that's what the power of clarity can do for you. For most of us, we are doing too much. We are doing so many things. Our energy is everywhere. Having clarity is key, because focus is about giving something your attention, giving it your time, giving it your resources, giving it your all for you to build the momentum to be able to achieve it. So for you to channel your focus, there has to be clarity. What do you want? What do you want to do? Like Mr. Eric, he has a studio speaking, and he's focusing on that. And Leah is about making you become financially literate, building a dynasty in your financing. She gives it that energy. Mr. Eni is a famous part writing books. He puts in the energy. So whatever you want to do, the ability for you to be clear and precise, it's key for you to focus your energy. So one of my major points is clarity as well. Be clear about what you want to do. And secondly, what you focus on, your energy flows to. I will say that again. What you focus on, your energy flows there. If you're focusing on finance, your energy is going to go there. If you're focusing on relationship, your energy will go there. Whatever you focus in, your energy flows. So my question for you this morning, what are you focusing on? Because it is what you focus on that will attract your energy. That will attract your energy. You have all the energy cooked up inside of you. You have the passion. You have the enthusiasm. Let it not just be there. Channel it towards something. Channel it towards a goal. Channel it towards a mission. Channel it towards a vision. That's where the true power of focus can truly be established, when it is channeled towards something. So you must be clear about what you give yourself to, because that's where your heart will be. That's where your heart will be. Imagine you are going for a vacation in Jamaica, like Mr. Eric. You cannot be going to Jamaica and be thinking about Paris. It is not possible. If you are going to Jamaica, you are thinking about Jamaica, imagining the good things, the amazing things in Jamaica. So that's what it does. All your energy flows towards where your focus is. And lastly, I will end with this. Focus starts with well-being. I will say that again. Focus starts with well-being. When your body is right, your mind is right, it can help you to focus well. Because most of the things that causes distraction for us, no matter how passionate we are, no matter how enthusiastic we are about our goals and vision, when you are not healthy, when you are not in the right frame of mind, you are going to lose the focus. So for you to be able to focus, make sure you take good care of yourself, because you are very, very important. Most people miss it. We are focused on the goals, we are all focused on the dreams, we are focused on the work, but then we don't take good care of ourselves. You forget that you're the MVP, you're the major game player. So the ability for you to take care of your body, take care of your mind, it's really going to help you stay focused in achieving your goal. Nobody achieves anything without focus, because in focus, it helps you to channel your energy to that thing which you want to do. For me, I'm all about positivity and spreading positivity to every corner of the earth, one person at a time. It happened because I choose to focus on positivity. Are there distractions? Yes, there are distractions. Are there things who will take my mind off it? Yes, there are things who will take my mind off it. But what do? I've decided to focus my mind on positivity. So it's a decision. Focus is a decision you have to make. A decision to prioritize a task, a goal, a vision, an aspiration, and stay grounded on it. Distractions will come. Things will come that want to take your focus off it. But one thing you must do, you must keep deciding every day. So you want to stay focused. It's not something, okay, I'm going to focus on Monday, and on Tuesday, you think the focus you have on Monday will rub off on Tuesday. No. Focus is an everyday decision. The more you focus, the more you should focus. Why? Because every day comes the challenges of life. Every day comes the things that will distract you from achieving that goal. But the ability for you to consistently and committedly say, I'm going to stay focused in achieving this, goes a long way to make your life better. So I encourage you this morning. Yes, in the midst of the challenges you are going through, in the midst of the difficulty, there are so many distractions happening around because the world is full of distraction. But if you truly want to achieve that goal, if you truly want to achieve that vision, make sure you focus your energy, your time, your resources towards achieving it. And I tell you, you become unstoppable. And never forget, as much as you are focusing on that goal, always embrace it with a positive mindset, because in positivity, there's always endless possibilities for you. So thank you so much, everyone, for listening. I hand it back to you, Mr. Eric.
All right, all right. That was powerful, powerful, powerful. Thank you so much, Zion. Man, I took so many notes here, and we always appreciate the value you bring. All right. So we're going to keep on moving. We're going to keep on moving. By the way, let me shout out a few people here. If you haven't put your name in the chat, tell us where you're zooming in from. This is the time to do it, okay? Welcome, Coral from England. Welcome. Spencer from England is here. Simi from Jos, Nigeria. Welcome. We have Maham. Welcome. Good to see you. Sina, we don't know where you are, but welcome. Good to see you. All right. David Jones, welcome. Fasilat, good to see you from Ogun State, Nigeria. Ardelia from South Africa is here. Awesome, awesome. Man, we have people from all over the world. Harumi, good to see you. I know she's in America somewhere. Spencer, good to see you. Eric Darby, welcome from Hartford, Connecticut. Oh my goodness, we have so many people here, but we want to see you. We want to hear your name. We want to see your name in here. So put in the chat where you are calling in from, zooming in from, whatever you're doing. And then think of the questions you want to ask us, okay? Put questions in the chat for us to answer for you. What you're going to do is you're going to put the word question, right? Question, and then the question, all right? Make it easy for us to see you. All right, so let's keep going. Our next speaker hails from Great Britain. Right, get it. I just love how that sounds. Great Britain. And he has the accent to prove it. He has the accent to prove it. Yes. This gentleman is a master at marketing. And, I love marketing. I love all things marketing and sales. And I've learned so much from him, right? So you want to take notes. He's the fame expert because he makes you famous, especially on LinkedIn, which, by the way, is the best platform to do business. But I don't know if I've ever told you that. It's the best. I mean, I'm on Instagram and on Facebook and all that, but some platforms are like they're like a party. Like Facebook is like a party. Instagram is like a fashion show, right? Just show your stuff, right? But LinkedIn is business networking. So listen to this guy. He's gonna help you out. Any awesome, the floor is yours.
Like, good morning, everyone. Always a joy to be here. I can't explain the happiness I felt when I saw the topic this morning, last night, probably what you like, right? I think it's a hugely important topic for all of us. And it's one that I think I'm always learning more and more. I can't believe you've all read the books. That's so terrible, right? I can see you have, right? Look, it's, I guess the weirdism, Zion said it very well, and Queen Leah said it as well. What you focus on, what you pay attention to, and what you feel something about is what you end up doing. That's it, right? You don't pay attention to that task, you're not going to do it. Don't beat yourself up, because you haven't paid attention to it, right? Prioritize it, as Zion said. But look, there's a bigger thing behind focus that I've been dying to say today. Here's what it is. So, Eric, a lot of people focus on doing the thing, whatever the thing is, and they miss the fact that it's a mindset game, really, to get the thing done. Let me give you an example. If I'm going to drive to my sister's house at the weekend, I'm not going to sit here focusing on my driving skills. How do I turn left? How do I turn right? So I know those already, right? What I focus on is, do I really want to go there? Do I really want to be there on time? Well, and sometimes the answer, I've been on time, it's always no, right? For any. So I'll leave when I do. I'm saying, but now deep down, do I really want to go? No, do I really want to do this? This comes down to, I guess, the three parts that make us who we are, make us be a certain type of person, right? And those three parts, my friends, it's not rocket science. It's quite simple. Here's what it is. The things we do come down to the way we think, the way we feel, and the way we act. Simple as that, right? And how does that come into our topic today? If you want to stay focused, it's not enough just to think, I want to do that thing. You have to truly make sure your want to do that thing is in your soul. It's genuine. If you're saying I want to write a book, Eddie, but I'm not going to give you any time and attention, you're not going to write a book. You're just not, right? Because again, don't focus on, oh, I want to be really focused. No, focus on writing a book. Right. There's two things I've learned that you need to get anything done, that if you actually want to get it done, right? So the first thing is like, you have to be in alignment, emotionally, mentally, psychologically. You have to be genuine into doing this thing. All of us here have some long to-do lists. We all do. We don't do everything at once. As I said, we choose one thing to do to start, right? We prioritize. But my friends, if you don't feel it, you ain't gonna do it. Simple as that, right? Learn to truly be the person that does that thing. Convince yourself that you have two things, my friends. One is personal organization. If you're chaotic, if you are literally distracted so easily, stop it. If you learn to stop being distracted, look, put a dot in front of you. I have. Put a dot on the wall, and every so often just stare at the dot. You can stare at it. If you can focus on anything, you focus on everything. Your problem is not focus. Your problem is your alignment with the things that you think you want to do. Now, become truly aligned. And apart from personal organization, the second thing you really need is what we call mastery. We do things that we think we're good at, that we say we're good at. The stories we tell ourselves is what gets things done, really, right? If you say, I want to get this done, and I'm good at it, and you can see the results of you having done it already, rather than the opposite, my friend, there's an opposite of this focus, which ruins everyone. It's called fear. I don't know if I can. Oh, what if it goes wrong? Right. When you are truly a master of your craft, you don't fear getting it wrong. You're excited by everything. That's how you stay focused, right? You get excited, you bring the energy, as Zion said, then you don't do it. It's not rocket science. It is. Don't focus on focus. Don't focus on being focused. Focus on embodiment, being in alignment with what you want to do. You get it done. I'll leave it there, Eric.
All right. Thank you so much. That was powerful as well. I was taking notes here again. Thank you so much, my friend. All right, so let's keep it going. I want to welcome some more people that have joined us. Professor Roxana from South Carolina, welcome. My good friend, Dr. Amaka from Texas is here, welcome. Taiwo Oyewole is here, welcome. I believe from Ibadan, Nigeria, okay. Let's see, Stanley's here, my good friend Stanley. All right, welcome, good to see you. Okay, let's see. All right, and a lot more people. All right, so keep putting your chat and your information in there. Put your questions in there. All right, so I'm going to share some information with you, but let me start with the story. All right, let me start with the story. So yesterday, I was watching a soccer match. Okay, we call it football back in most of the world, but in America, we call it soccer, right? I was watching a soccer match, and it was this team, they were losing. They were down by 2 points. Okay, it was 2-0. They were down by 2, right? These are finals, right? Finals. And they went, halftime. So most people are thinking they're going to lose. They're going to lose, right? But guess what? They focused. And guess what? They scored a point when they came back, right? They scored a penalty. Now it's 2-1. Then guess what? They scored another one. Then it was 2-0. They were so excited. They got the ball. They ran back to the middle of the field. Let's go. They got the ball and they scored again. And guess what? They won the championship. So some of you already know the game because some of you are from Nigeria, right? So I want to give a shout out to our Super Falcons of Nigeria, the women's team, national team. They won the African Cup of Nations, Women's African Cup of Nations yesterday. And I like it was just incredible that they had that focus, right? And they won the championship and beat Morocco. So look, that is an example of focus. That is focus, right? They didn't give up. They didn't give up. They kept fighting and they won. So here's the deal, folks. In life, we're gonna find ourselves in situations where we're all over the place, or second guessing ourselves, right? But we need to focus. We need to focus. I think the one thing that I found in my life and over the years is when I want to focus, it's like the world wants to distract me, right? It's like there's so many distractions, right? And it's hard to stay focused when there's so many distractions. Maybe it's just me, but like I have a list of things to do, like maybe 5 things to do. But by the time it's like 9 p.m., I realize I've only done 1, right? And because things happen, right? The kids call, right? You know, I have a son in college, maybe he needs something, and then other things happen, and you're all over the place, and it's not easy. So what I'm telling you today is it's not easy to focus. You have to work hard to do it, right? You have to be intentional. I'm going to give you a few points on how to be intentional. All right. Number 1, listen to the right people. Listen to the right people. So I was on a call with a guy. This was a while ago. I don't even know how long, maybe a couple of years ago. And we're on a call, right? And he told me that he needs training. He needs training on doing videos. He needs training on speaking. And he tell me all the things he needs, right? So we're talking. He didn't end up having enough money to work with me, but that's fine. And then he said, Eric, I have some advice for you. I said, what's that? He said, well, when I go to your site, studiospeaking.com, I see all these testimonials of people, like 30 people that are talking about your stage and how they love your stage and everything. He said, that's good, but it's too much. He said, why don't you have like a couple? Right? Like have like a couple, like that's enough for us, right? That's enough. Like you don't want to sound like you're bragging or anything. I'm like, okay. I'm like, thank you for your feedback. So now, I got Leah laughing. So now I have the dilemma because I have to determine if I'm going to listen to this dude that has never achieved anything online, that doesn't have money for any kind of coaching. Am I going to listen to him, or if I'm going to do what's helping people, what the most successful entrepreneurs in the world do, right? And I said in a funny way, but this is what we do. We don't focus. We're listening to people. We're listening to the wrong people, right? And we go all over the place. Oh, guys, I just started a business. I'm excited. Yeah, well, businesses don't work. Why don't you just get a better job? Oh, okay. And then you quit your business, right? So you gotta have a backbone and believe in yourself and focus on what you decide to do. And look, you may have to focus for months. You may have to focus for years, right? Because it doesn't come in the next day. Look, just yesterday, I was on Amazon. I bought something for my son, and I realized I buy stuff on Amazon all the time, like every week, right? And then I heard that the founder of Amazon, Bezos, his company was in the red for 7 years. In other words, Amazon didn't make any money for 7 years. They were in debt. Now, what if he didn't focus? We wouldn't even know about it. He became the richest man in the world, right? So aside from money, look, he's helping people, right? So here's the thing, folks. We need to focus on anything to be successful. Eliminate your distractions. All these, some people get notifications for everything. Oh, someone just liked your post on Facebook. Oh, that's excellent. Another, like, you don't need to know that. That's not going to help you right now. I don't get, the only notifications I get is when someone buys something from me and it goes, ding, that's important. I want to know, right? I don't get notifications of things that don't matter, right? So turn off all those notifications you don't need because they're taking you all over the place, right? TV is another thing. TV, I don't even watch TV, and I know I'm weird, but hey, it's working for me, right? People say, well, Eric, how are you going to know if something happens in the world? Trust me, somebody will send me a message. Someone will tell me something's happening. Yeah, so look, the people you're watching are millionaires. The shows you're watching, they're all millionaires, right? So don't I mean, if you're not doing well financially, you need to stay away from TV or social media because it's not helping you. All right. So I don't know why sometimes things come to my head and I just say it. I don't rehearse it or anything. So just take it for what it is. All right. Another thing, you need to have mental clarity, right? You need to have mental clarity. Our brain picks up everything, right? So if you're not clear about what you want, you'll be all over the place, right? So one of the things I do is I help coaches, speakers, and authors. They speak on my stage and I broadcast them all over the world and I help them gain recognition and everything. And when I meet with people, the first thing I ask is what's your focus? Well, I don't say the word focus, but I say, what do you do? Who do you help? And then some people say, well, Eric, I'm a mindset coach. I help people with mindset, but I also help people with social media marketing because I'm pretty good at that. Right now, I have an insurance business. So Eric, if you need insurance, I got you. I got you if you need insurance. My passion is barbing because I'm a barber and I love helping people cut their hair. And I'm like, wait, stop. You need focus. You need focus. You're not going to make it big in anything if you're doing everything, right? So for all of you out there that like, Eric, I just want multiple streams. So I'm doing all this stuff. And then you get multiple droplets, right? You get multiple droplets, right? So you need to focus on one thing. Leah is an expert at financial strategy. Like she is an expert. If I know anybody that needs help with that, I'm sending her to Leah because she's an expert. If she was doing 6 things, I won't send anybody to her because she'll confuse them, right? So I want you to focus on one thing, be good at it. And then later on, you can branch out. Right? Later on, you can branch out. And finally, I'm just going to say this. From a business standpoint, if you don't focus, you won't make money. Okay. If you're all over the place, you won't make money. You have to do things, do it well. And then over time, the money will come. Right? When I started on LinkedIn and I just had a few followers, I was thinking, how's this going to help me? Someone introduced me to Annie. Annie is the godfather of this stuff. He taught me that I can't tell you how much money I've made from the people I've met on LinkedIn since then. I can't, like hundreds of thousands, a lot of money, just a lot of money, right? But I focused, right? I have 12,000 followers now. Many of them I know personally, right? Now, what if I quit after 100 or 2, right? You gotta focus, right? Gotta focus. So that's what I want to share with you all. Thank you so much, Leah. I appreciate that. So what we're going to do right now is I'm going to go around the room and everybody's going to tell you how you can reach them. And then we're going to dive into your questions. All right. So first of all, I want to let you know, I wrote a book, an ebook, right? And it's getting a lot of people are contacting me saying they love the book. They're like, why don't you charge for it? I'm like, okay, I'm going to start charging for it. So I'm going to start charging for it very soon. But for now, for today, it's free. Okay. So if you want it, it's 100 ways to market your business. Okay. Based on experience. It's not like I just found information, something. No, I do a lot of these. 100 ways to market whatever business you're in. You'll get more leads, you'll get more sales, you'll get more clients. Like you'll get so much from this book. I'm giving it to you for free. So here's how you get it. You go to Success with Eric. So Success with Eric is ERIC. .com, successwitheric.com/100, successwitheric.com/100. This book can literally change your life if you're in business. All right. So if Coral, if you can put it on LinkedIn, because I see everybody has it on YouTube and Facebook. Again, successwitheric.com/100. I wish I had this years ago, but I didn't. So I had to figure it out. You don't have to figure it out. I just gave it to you. All right, Leah, go ahead. How can we reach you? Anything you want to share with anybody?
Yes, for sure. LinkedIn is my home. I'm everywhere, but LinkedIn is definitely where you can catch me. I'm there very, very often. I check my DMs and I invite you to take my money quiz. If you'd like to know where you rate on your money, well, take my money quiz. It's in my new updated Biz in a Box, which is kind of like a website. and it's at leahgarcia.io. I will put it in the comments. And also, I invite you to download my one-page financial plan, my Wall of Wealth. So hand it back to you, Mr. Eric.
All right. Thank you so much. And by the way, I'm going to be on Leah's talk show / podcast soon. So connect with her and connect with me to find out when. All right. It's going to be exciting. All right. Annie, go ahead.
No, so, hopefully I'll be on Queen Leah's show as well. Now, look, so this book is one you definitely want to get. So simple strategies you can actually implement. It doesn't matter, right? And in marketing, think about it. You're doing the same old thing every day. Is it working? There's hundreds more, and Eric's book gives you now close to 100 of them. I'm saying you really want to learn what else you can do, because I would say every marketing technique works. You can apply it properly. So the more you learn, the more you earn, my friends. Simple as that, right? Look, find me on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is where I spend my time. It's where my friends are. So I'm going to share my LinkedIn profile in the comments. Let's connect. Let's meet so I can find out what you do. That's how my life works, right?
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you. And Zion, I had to pop off, but he is Zion Anaguru. And if you connect with us, you'll see his profile and connect with him. You'll know him because he has like 40,000 followers or something. He has the max. What's the max on LinkedIn? And I think there's a maximum of something.
Well, followers or connections?
Okay. Connections I think it's 30, right?
Yeah. 30.
But followers is infinity.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly that.
Thank you. You see, he's the expert, guys. He knows what he's talking about. All right. Welcome, Nicole. Welcome, Maria. Good to see you guys. Welcome. All right. So let's get to the questions. So we're going to be done at the close of the hour. Okay, at 8. But we have some questions, and I'm going to start with Eric Dolby. All right. Question for Leah. If you had a choice of saving money in a 401k or a Roth account, which one would you start? Or which one will you start with? Which one will you start with? And Leah, if you can just tell us what that means, because some people don't know what that is.
That's true. Thank you for the question, Eric. And so that is traditional retirement plans in the US, Puerto Rico, and Canada. So, I came here for the gloves off conversation, and I would say neither. A Roth IRA has income limits and it has contribution limits. It also has limits that you cannot access that money before the age of 59 and a half. So I really like a rich man's Roth that has no income limits. It has no contribution limits, and there's no 59 and a half rule. 401k also, 401k is nice, but a solo 401k, now that is sexy. If you want to know about a solo 401k where you have many, many other options, you can invest in Bitcoin, you can invest in precious metals, and all kinds of other things. And also, it allows you to even use that money to pay down debt and even to purchase life insurance. I know. Isn't that cool? That's my answer, Eric. Thank you so much, Eric Dolby. Great to see you on today.
Awesome. Thank you. Annie, if you want to share, I don't know. I don't know if you're
absolutely not. Whatever Leah says is what you have to do on this one, my friends.
That's all Leah. I'm not speaking to that. She is the expert. You see what I'm saying? You see how we can't even answer it? Because that's not our expertise. That's her expertise. That's the power of being an expert, right? Power of being an expert. All right, so let's keep going. Our next question is from Coral. Coral, can you share a time when intense focus led to a breakthrough or major achievement? Nice question. Very good. All right. I think Annie put up his hand.
Yeah, again, this is one of those things we do every day that we have to focus. I have to focus to be here, really. But again, look, like this morning when I saw the topic, my mind wasn't, can I do this? Do I know anything about focus? My mind was simply, I know about this, and I really want to share what I know, what I'm learning. That's why I do events, right? So, here I am sharing what I know. The same thing happens every time I do a book. If I don't think I can, I won't do it. If I don't want to do it, I'm not going to do it. No matter how much planning I put in place. Plans help, don't get me wrong, but I'm saying When you know what you're doing, when you have a system in place, you can deliver anything. But you have to have that personal belief, that alignment I talked about earlier, and then system in place, process to get it done. Don't focus on results, focus on process. Get stuff done bit by bit. That's my answer to the question.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Leah, do you want to go ahead?
Yes, definitely getting my black belt, my first black belt. I didn't have the goal to become a black belt. I had the goal to become in better health. And so what will happen is as you increase your capacity, other things will just happen as an oh, by the way. To me, it was an oh, by the way, here's your black belt. But I had increased my health. I had increased my strength. I had increased what I believe was possible for me. Incredible question.
Awesome. Thank you so much. All right. So for me, I'll give you an example that has nothing to do with business. So years ago, so we're living in a house. We bought this house in Virginia, and we love the house. It's really nice. But then when we're driving to church, we pass by this. It's a golf course, right? Really beautiful golf course, and it's by the beach. And we noticed that they're building houses on the land, right? So we went there to ask them more questions about it. They said, well, they're not taking applications yet, blah blah. Okay. So then I keep driving by there, and then when I saw that they were building another house, I went back there. Then okay, you can put in an application for a house. Okay, great. Or for land, right? So I had to keep going back, to keep following up, to get the opportunity to meet with them, to get an opportunity to buy the land, to get an opportunity to build a house. We built a dream house, right, on the beach, right? And then guess what? 2 years later, everywhere the houses are all built. No space for any house. The value of our home increased by over 300,000 in 2 years. Why? Because I just focused. I focused on that opportunity, right? Now a house that wasn't $1 million is almost $1 million now, right? And we have all this equity because I focused. I said I have to build a house on that land by the beach, right? So this focus, it helps you in all areas of life. It's not just business. Like, it helps you in so many. I've heard of people that tried to go out with a lady and it took 3 years before she ended up saying yes. Now honestly, that's a little crazy for me. I'm not asking you out for 3 years, okay? But okay, I'm moving on like after a few months, but that's just me. Well, he was more focused than me. But like 3 years, and then she finally said yes. Oh, that's so romantic. Anyway, you need focus. All right. Okay. So I don't even know where I was. I was giving you my example. Okay, hey, I'm just having fun here. All right. Let's keep moving to the next question. Let's see. We have Ardelia says, how has staying focused on your core values or mission helped you overcome distractions and grow your business? Okay. How has it helped you overcome distractions and grow your business? Anybody want to share? Go ahead, Annie.
Queen Leah, I don't like going ahead of you. Literally, I tend to ladies first, but soon I'll speak and then I'll let you come along nicely. Look, of course, focus on your core mission. That's a real prize in your business, right? That's why that's our why. And I say, of course, you have to focus on your core vision and mission. But like I say, don't just focus on the end result, because achieving it is not about the end result. Achieving it is about you becoming. I saw a comment by Nick in the comments. I say I'm thinking about my life is changing. I came to the conclusion that I'm changing. My life is a result of it. That's the point. It's who you become that helps you achieve your core vision. Now, if you don't become a better entrepreneur, a better service person, a better person all round, you're not going to become anything that achieves your mission. It's who we become that becomes of us, right? Simple as that. If you want to achieve something, be the person that does that thing. Learn what they do what they do, think the way they do, and feel the way they do.
Right.
That's the missing secret for all of us. We don't feel just what we think we want. It's not enough. Become the person who does that thing. Now, everything that we talked about today, everything that Eric mentioned, you have to learn, pay attention, be committed to. All those things will come into the picture, my friend. You know, because your core mission is going to take 10 years, 20 years, a lifetime, my friends. You have to stay on track all the way through those times. And you have to learn. It's not a straight line. We never go right. No, we always, we get there by, and I'll stop on this, we'll get to our destination by getting it wrong.
Yes.
Course correcting all the time.
Yes.
It's not a straight line of, oh, I've done it, I'm successful. No, that's not how it works. Otherwise, there will no need to be focused. With Queen Leah, I give you the mic.
All right, go ahead, Leah.
Yeah, great points, Godfather. So my good friend Paul Deitch says subtraction equals multiplication. And so when we take away things, really is when we can actually multiply and have compounding in our business. And when we don't know what our core values are, that's when we get distracted, because everything is important. When we don't know what our end result is, then we're very distracted because we want to do everything. And I want to really highlight what you said, Eric. It was really profound. Many entrepreneurs think that multiple streams of income means they have to be a barber and a realtor, an insurance agent. No, it says do more things in your wheelhouse. So if you're a realtor, learn how to bring more value as a realtor. If you're a barber, learn how to bring more value as a barber. Maybe you sell courses. Maybe you have a YouTube channel. So incredible question. Thank you so much, Ardelia.
Awesome. Thank you, Ardelia. All right, let's move on to the next question by Spencer. Okay, so let me read the whole thing. You speak of focus, awareness, and that's money. That money loves speed. That's fair enough. But for those of us with disabilities, the pace isn't always ours to choose. How do we build wealth when the system is not built for us and effort alone isn't enough? Okay. So for someone that has a disability, how do they focus on the whole money love speed? So, well, who want to share? Go ahead, Leah.
I'll share.
Yeah, I think the question's for you.
I love the question, Eric. I love the question, Spencer. Thank you so much. So it doesn't mean that you're going at the same speed as someone else. And I'm not talking about physical speed. I'm talking about intellectual speed. I'm talking about our mind shift speed. If we are so focused on everything, then it is very difficult to make quick decisions. If you know what is important to you, then you will be able to make decisions quicker, because people, a lot of times, what did I say? Distracted people are mostly broke. Most broke people are distracted. They want to do everything. They're chasing every little squirrel. So it's the speed of your intellectual property. How quickly can you make decisions and see that opportunity and go through it, right? Because I understand that there are some scams, but we have to be able to make those decisions quickly and research it quickly. So whatever your ability or disability is, you're going to go at a different pace and people will start to see it. People tell me, Leah, how do you do everything that you do? You're everywhere. How are you doing all this stuff? And I'm like, gosh, I feel like I take so much time off. I was off all day yesterday playing with my grandson. We played in the mud. We played Candyland. We did army. We had a battle. We had a pillow fight. We had a tickle torture. Like, we did all these things because I can eliminate those distractions. So I hope that helps, Spencer. Amazing question. I love to talk to you offline about this too. It's a great question.
Awesome. Well, thank you. Go ahead, Annie.
I totally agree with you, Queen Leah. It's a mindset shift that we need to make. It's becoming that person's. It is learn many of the things we talked about today. The friends you make, Spencer. Look, talk to the right people. That's Queen Leah when it comes to money, right? That's how you make money. So talk to talk to experts. That's what Eric's been saying all the way along. Experts will get you there quicker. Of course, some things just take a long time to learn all the nuances. Again, stay on track. Make the goal important to you, Spencer, and then do what it takes. Follow the steps. Yeah. Whatever you're doing, so if you can focus on one thing, you can focus on everything else as well. So let's learn to actually do rather than just thinking.
Great response. Thank you so much. So I want to just share, you know, a lot of people feel they have disabilities in different areas, right? So some people it's physical. Some people think being black is a disability. Some people think being a woman is a disability. Like people have in their mind of why they can't make it in life. So one of the things you have to do is get around people that have made it. Get around people like you that have made it, whatever your perceived disability is, right? Because I'll tell you one thing for sure: there are people with disabilities that are successful in life, right? So I think, a lot of times we assume we can't make it because of one thing or the other. Someone told me, well, I don't have any rich family members. What does that have to do with anything? That has nothing to do with anything, right? That's like saying I don't know anything about LinkedIn, and I don't. So I found an expert. I found any, right? So I don't mean to. I'm trying to be brutally honest, because I can just say, oh, I'm so sorry for you, or blah blah. No, like that won't help anybody, right? What helps people is to lead them to the source of their own power. That's what I want to do. Lead you to the source of your own power. If you have any kind of perceived disability, find somebody that has the same disability that's successful and follow their path to success, because everybody can achieve greatness. No, if you're here, if you're breathing, you can achieve greatness. I've heard people speak on stage with no arms. There's a guy that speaks around the world. He has no arms. Very successful. I saw a lady who speaks with a tube on stage. She's super successful, changing lives all over the world, right? So whatever your disability, your so-called disability is today, I want you to tell yourself that it's not going to stop me. It's not going to stop me. I'm going to achieve success. I'm going to be a blessing to others. My being in this world is not a mistake. There's a reason for I'm here. There's a reason. So sorry, I had to get into that, but I just want to share that with anybody, that maybe if just one person gets it, it could change their life. One person. All right. So let's move on. Let's move on. Thank you, Spencer, for that question. All right. So I think we have opportunity for one more question, and then we will wrap it up. All right. Carl says, in what ways has lack of focus cost you time, energy, and opportunity? Ooh, that's a good question. The consequences of not focusing. The consequences of not focusing. All right. Yeah. I'm buying time, but I'm thinking right now.
Hold on. I've got you on this one, Coral.
Go ahead.
Pick me. Yes, it has cost me much by wanting to sleep in. I love to sleep in. I'm not a morning person. Here I am at 4:53 in the morning, by missing opportunities, being distracted by something else, and missing appointments. Believe it or not, I've done this. It's self-sabotage, right? Because we get distracted. And by the way, it's not like you ever overcome distractions. It's always a process. At every level, there are going to be new distractions, new opportunities. And that's why we have to know what our core values are so that we can make those decisions quickly. So incredible question. And yes, I love to sleep in, but I don't do it often.
Yeah, thank you. And you don't do it on Sundays, on Monday mornings. You don't sleep on Monday mornings, that's for sure. All right, Annie, go ahead.
I think that it is down the road of what we focus on is what we get to do, right? And every day, now, sure, again, we all say yes or no to things. Some will become missed opportunities. Of course they will. But I don't see it as that necessarily. If I didn't want it, if I didn't feel it, if I didn't want to do it, it's not that I didn't want to do it. I wouldn't have done it. I'm not going to beat myself up that I wasn't focused. So just it's even we do something or we don't do something. I say again, do I call someone today? Do I collaborate with someone? I may not. If I choose not to, I'm not going to beat myself up. it means my focus was somewhere else. I can accept that. Don't do yourself in and what's not important to you unless it's important to you, right? It's important to develop the skills to that everything we discussed today, develop the skills to actually aim to actually achieve that thing. And the focus is not the target, it's who you are, what you feel, what you like, what you want to do, what you really believe, what you value. That's what's important in this topic.
Yes. Appreciate that. For me, it's, I've had several examples. I mean, when I was working at a job and I was doing my business part-time, and I just kept thinking in my mind that I have to keep the job, even though I was making good money in my business. Because I think we're just programmed to think we have to have the job. Right? What about health insurance? Let me tell you something. This is so funny. People that are not in America may not understand. Do you know that you can get health insurance in minutes, like within an hour, if you have your own business? You don't need a job for that. But I'm thinking I have to have a job for health insurance. That doesn't make any sense. But my point is, I wasn't focused on the business. I was just doing both. And you have to do both at initially, but then eventually you have to realize, okay, you have to focus on something. Another thing I did is, I was part of network marketing businesses. For those of you that don't know, network marketing business, where you can build a business and build a team, right? And I was doing well, but I was selling other people's products, right? And I did it for too long. I should have been a founder years before, but maybe it's the fear. We'll have a call about fear, right? right. So that was the thing, the fear. So I'm selling everybody else's stuff, right? But then when I created my own, I created more impact. So those are a couple of examples for me. All right. Both of you have spoken, right? Okay. So we're gonna wrap up. Again, for those of you that don't know what I do, I'm the founder of studiospeaking.com. I have a background as a sales coach, right? So I help entrepreneurs 2x, 3x, 10x their sales without being salesy. So I do that as well. You can follow me on LinkedIn. That's the best way. I'm also on Instagram and Facebook, but LinkedIn is probably the best way to reach me. So I help people in that area. And for those of you that are thinking about speaking on a stage, maybe you're a coach, you're an author, you're a speaker, you want to learn more, go to studiospeaking.com, book a call if it's something that you want to do, and then we can go from there. Again, I'm putting my ebook in here, successwitheric.com/100, successwitheric.com/100, 100 tips on marketing. All right. So we have 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Again, Zion had to drop off, but definitely follow Zion on LinkedIn as well. And Leah said, what's your website, Leah? Can you share the website again?
Yes, it's super easy. LeahGarcia.io. Super easy. It's more than a website. It's interactive. You can take my financial quiz, download my free, new, improved, sexier Wall of Wealth. Yes. And I'd love to have a coffee chat with you soon.
Awesome. Definitely. And Annie, can you remind us what's your site?
Again, focus. I don't tend to use my website in that way.
Okay.
LinkedIn. Find me on LinkedIn. I got a website.
There you go.
I'm not focused on it.
There you go. I love it, and it's working for you, right? What you're focused on grows, right? I didn't see a website to meet you, right? So obviously, you don't need a website to get in touch with you. Yes, very good. All right, so let's let's wrap it up. Welcome, Tracy. Good to see you. I don't think I saw you before. Maria, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Sherilyn, good to see you. Monday, welcome. Rosemary, Dorcas, welcome. My goodness, a lot of people jumped on later. Okay, welcome everybody. So we are at the end of our call. Appreciate all of you being here. Now, if you watched it live, that's great. You can put in #live, right? You watched it live, #live. But there's a replay, right? There's a video of this. So I want everybody to commit to send this out. Send this video out to somebody, okay? We're not asking you for money or anything. That's all we ask. Send this video out to somebody, or put it in your group chat, or put it somewhere and say, you need to listen to this. This can change your business, and this can change your life. All right, we appreciate everybody. It has been a plum-pleasing pleasure, as well as a privilege, to be here with you this morning. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye. See you next week.